Yes! Yes, yes, yes! Yes! Get in there. We won. We won. Ten Hag inners won. Ten Hag outers. It's all done. Welcome to the United Way. When we go lively, you know there's a good reason why we go lively. Can't be too loud because people are asleep, but fuck them. Manchester United, Ten Hag is staying. Fuck them. Yes! News has been broken. Last half hour, 20 minutes or so. I was debating whether to go live now or in the morning, but honestly, I couldn't hold it. David Ornstein has come out and said Erik ten Hag will stay as Manchester United's manager. He will stay as Manchester United's manager. Man United's in the season review culminated with the decision to keep the Dutchman in position. He will now hold negotiations over contract extension. So our boy, Mr. Erik, is going to get a new contract. And I'm actually buzzing. I'm buzzing. Brian, sorry, I totally didn't see our comments there, pal. A good night, I'd say, because it's even now. It doesn't matter. It could be in the middle of the night for all I care. Erik ten Hag Red Army, you couldn't hold your excitement. I couldn't right now. I honestly, when I seen the news, I was jumping around the sitting room, pal. I'll be brutally blunt, which is all. But to anyone who is new, like the video, comment your thoughts on the news. Are you happy? Are you not happy? And do subscribe. We're getting close to 1,000 subs, so let's get there. Ten Hag is set to stay. Ineos haven't fucked it up. They have not fucked it up. Ten Hag is set to stay. He is staying. That's it. That's the news. That's it. It's out there. There's nobody wasting around there. Now we can finally, and I mean finally, focus on other things. We don't have to talk about Erik ten Hag. Because Fabrizio Romano got it right though. He did say this would be the week. And poor old David honestly said last night, he doesn't know what the hell to say. 24 hours later, he's coming out first, breaking the news that Erik ten Hag is staying as Manchester United manager. I'm buzzing. I wanted ten Hag to stay. People know that. I'm buzzing that he's staying. Honestly, I couldn't be any happier. And look, to the people that want them out, look, someone tweeted no more speculation. It's fucking go. Yeah, I think I'm buzzing. Like, I know I keep saying that, but like, you get pissed off every day. You're coming on here, people who Manchester United fans themselves. You get pissed off, don't you? Coming on and seeing me talk about Ten Hag every day or hearing about Ten Hag every day. Because if you don't get fed up, well then I do. I get fed up talking about it. But the fact that he's staying, I'm buzzing. I'm actually buzzing. I really, really am. I mean, I don't know what took Ineos this long to make up a decision. I did see a bit of news that the FA Cup final win was one of the reasons why we kept him. Was one of the reasons why we kept him. Manchester United have said the clear conclusion of the Erik ten Hag season review was for Erik ten Hag to stay on as manager. And Manchester United's win in the FA Cup final strengthened Erik ten Hag's case to stay as Manchester United manager. This is coming from Mike Keegan, who I said earlier on today, I believe him when he comes out with news as well. So that FA Cup win was huge for Ten Hag. You could say if we lost the FA Cup final, he was in the bin. You could honestly say he was in the bin if we lost the FA Cup final. But the fact that we didn't, and the fact that we won, and Ten Hag is here, and we're all happy. Like Ron said, the relief, it is actually like a relief. It's like having a headache, and someone gives you a tablet, and you take the tablet, and it's a relief. It's a big relief. It's gone. That's it. We know. We got our answer. We have our man. No Southgate links. No Pochettino links. No Tuchel links. No manager links. That's it. Ten Hag is the manager. Breaking news. Erik ten Hag is Manchester United manager. There you go. That's it. That's who we've appointed. That's who we brought in. And I'm buzzing to bits. Honestly. I really, really am. Really, really am. And like I said, I was going to do it in the morning, but then I wasn't really doing much. Sitting down watching a bit of TV when I thought I could be talking to people now. I could express my emotions, but I'm buzzing. I really, really am happy that we finally came up with a decision. I mean, I think everyone is now. I think most Manchester United fans are just like, thank God it's sorted. Because I was getting pissed off about the news. It was annoying. But, look, right decision from Ineos. That's what I'm saying. Took us our time, lads. Took us our sweet ass time. But, I'm buzzing. I am buzzing that we won. We did win, actually. We did win. I really, really am. I really am buzzing with the news. Because, it could have went either ways. It really went either ways. Honestly, it could have went either ways. It's honestly like we appointed a new manager. That's the feeling I'm getting. It's like we appointed a new bloody manager. I know we didn't, but over the last couple of weeks, you've been seeing us being linked to manager, so it sort of felt like we didn't have a manager. Honestly, it did. Yeah, well, we'll let you stay up on the chat because I don't want to be on for too long. But I do appreciate that. But like, Ten Hag is going to cook. Let him cook now. Yeah, look, like I said, most people are happy. Obviously, to be contract talks now for Erik Ten Hag. So that be exciting. And yeah, let's see. How long he gets. Let's see who we're going to bring in now and who we're going to get rid of, because now we can finally have a clear view on who we're going to be signing next season, on this summer, sorry. Because it's something to look forward to. It really, really is something to look forward to. Kieran Hastings Kieran says, the options out there are no better. I'm not a fan of Ten Hag, though. If we don't get top 4 next season, he'll be gone. Well, you say that, but then, supposedly to be negotiations over a contract extension, pal. So, again, obviously, a contract extension doesn't mean much, but it means something. But you know what I mean. But like I said, we're talking about the trophies, but you look at the some of the players he's brought up and has improved. We brought in Garnacho, we brought in Mainu. He played Ahmad a few times this season, done well. Obviously, Ahmad wasn't an academy player. We signed him from Atalanta, I think it was. There was who else? Campoale. Collier's been in the squad a few times this season, so maybe we could see him. Then he's improved. Like Rashford last season was brilliant. This season just finished, not so great, I'll be brutally honest. But last season, done well. Dalot improved. Maguire. Players have improved, and Ten Hag seems to have a lot of faith in the youth. Which again, you can't rely on the youth a whole lot. You just can't. But yeah, look, it's just a good thing that Royce is found not charging. It's just a good thing that, like, it's honestly, even if as much as I want them to stay, if they sacked him, I would have been pissed off. Then I would have been like, right, now we know what the hell is going to happen here. Ron says, one thing's for sure, I don't want to hear any excuses next season. We need to improve massively in the league. Oh no, 100%. Yeah, exactly. We do. Like no excuses next season, unless we get hit with the injury crisis again. Well, then maybe I'll have to throw me a few moans. But besides that, it's all good here. It's all good here. But like I say, I hope that next season we do improve, because if we don't, it's going to be a big issue. But then maybe he's just not the guy if it doesn't improve. Maybe he's just not the guy. Kieran says, Ten Hag brought an anti-Frank Mill and Mount shockers. I hope I'm proved wrong, because this manager has to deliver now. Again, I agree with you. I do agree with you. I still don't get that Mount signing though. Like like anyone like know what the hell that Ten Hag? Did we just decide to bring him in for a crack or some shit like that? Because I still don't get that. And Anthony, yeah, the money we paid for him, a bit ridiculous. I can't lie. I can't lie. I just can't lie. It was ridiculous, but he does have to deliver now. And I hope he knows that. Actually, I hope he knows that he has to deliver, though. I do hope he knows that, look, I have to deliver, though. I need to up my game here. Warren says, yeah, Mount was a waffle signing. Clearly, Mount was never going to fit at United. Yeah, exactly. Clearly. But again, to anyone who is new in the chat or just joining, please like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. It'd be much, much appreciated. So if you can do that, please, it'd be much appreciated. But yeah, look, I wouldn't say the pressure's on, but we do need to improve big time next season. Like, we need to improve. That's definitely like we're not going to get hit with this injury crisis again. Like, surely not. Touch wood. Surely not. Surely that will not happen. Well, then pressure's on again. Pressure's on Ten Hag, isn't it? Kieran says, I hope I'm saying your name right because I'm sure I am. The Mount signing was PR. Mount turned down the Arsenal Liverpool for us then gets the number 7 shoot. Yeah, the number 7. Like, I remember there was talks before that saying that Garnacho was going to get the number 7 jersey. I remember there was talks about that. People were like, "Oh, give Garnacho number 7 jersey. Give it to him." Garnacho got 70 and Mount got 7. I'm like, let's be blunt. That number shouldn't be given away like that. That number should be well thought. Like, right, this is what we want to do. But the fact that he got the number 7 jersey, can we take it off him? Is that possible? I don't know. I don't know. Ron says the fact he got the number 7 shirt was embarrassing. It was, yeah. It was. Like number 7, like that's like, look at the players at Manchester United years who wore that jersey. I know some haven't been so successful in it, but the ones who have been, like, that number 7 has a lot of weight on it. And the fact that we gave a player who used to play for Chelsea, yeah. I mean, some would probably say they would have preferred to give it to Garnacho maybe a few years into his Manchester United career. I mean, maybe that could have been it. But you never know. Karen says, awesome channel, by the way. Thanks, mate. I appreciate the positive feedback. I really do. Legend on it. Nice to have you here too, because it's not early. It's not early. It's 11 o'clock at night, or 11:05, depending on what part of the world you live in. But I do appreciate that, pal. I do appreciate it. But yeah, hopefully now, we sign players now, and we can look forwards and we can sort things out, because the last thing we wanted was for this to keep going on and on and on and on and on. Like that's the last thing we wanted. If it kept going on and on and on, like it went to next week and then the week after, and the fact that it's done now, it's done, signed, sealed, delivered, all that sort of stuff. We can all relax now. We can look forward to the summer now. We can talk about players, and we basically we can get stuck into gear. We can click into gear now and do what we have to. I'm from Manchester. Do you know what? Right, my dad was born in England, but I don't know what part of England he was born in. Oh, for fuck's sake, something sure. Not Warwickshire. That's not even. But I was actually at Manchester. I was at Manchester United match. We could say not too long ago, but I was at. I've been at a few Manchester United games now. In all fairness, to be brutally honest with you, but yeah, no, like honestly, I'd love to move to Manchester just to go to all. Like, I'd go to all the games. That's just me being me. But the fact I'm from Ireland, yeah, it's a bit of a kick in the teeth. So, but look, I still love going to watch them play. Doesn't matter how much it costs. I like to be there. Ryan says, yeah, we can get the squad sorted and do the transfer business exactly. We can look forward to it now. Kieran says, yes, I'm a season ticket holder. I go to every home game and some away when I can. Nice. I want to ask you this: how much does it? Like, how much would a season ticket cost? Because they're not cheap. Because I have a mate who sort of is in waiting list. I think it's the waiting list. Anyways, and he said it's not cheap. The ticket is not cheap. The season ticket is not cheap. Which is the season tickets covering all your games, home games, isn't it? But yeah, Old Trafford is just top of the pops. But yeah, I mean, we read a bit more news there because I know what you're saying. What more news can there be? Ten Hag is staying. May you not believe it that they and Erik Ten Hag are very much aligned. Ten Hag will take a back seat when it comes to the recruitment now. So obviously we spoke about that a few earlier on in today's show actually about Ten Hag, the manager, not really having much of a say in the transfer business. What do people think of that? I mean, we talked about Mason Mount and Anthony and players like that not too long back there. So are people not too bothered with that, or would they prefer Ten Hag to be still in the role when it comes to the transfer side of things? Ron says, depends where you sit. I wonder what the cheapest season ticket is. Same. I'd love to find the cheapest. I mean, Kieran says about £600 for his season ticket. So £600, like, it's not that bad. It's like that's not bad for like all the home games. And like does like because I know like in Ireland where we have like Gaelic and your season ticket can work when it comes to like a semi-final or a final. Is that the same when it comes to Manchester United? Like, we made it to Wembley this year twice. Does that count, or do you have to put the money in the pocket for the bloody ticket? Because I wouldn't be surprised if you say yeah. Ryan says, I'm sorry, but I want Ten Hag to have some kind of say on transfers. Well, look, I just hope one thing they don't do is give him a style of play. Like, tell him what way to play his football, because in that case, we could bring in Bob Marley and tell him how to bloody play. In that case, he could bring me in for fuck's sake and tell me how to play. You don't need a manager. When Jason Wilcox can do the job because he knows everything about managing teams, doesn't he? The dope. But yeah, like that'll definitely be one I'm going to be looking forward to seeing, because I do think that he should not have a say, but he will want to, have some sort of a say. Like, he will. He will. But whether he gets that, we'll find out, sure, won't we? Kieran says, I just hope Ten Hag's supported. We need another striker. Oh yeah, no, we definitely need another striker. We need centre back, midfielder, and striker. Done. Give us them, and I can count that as a decent transfer window. Ron said, let Ten Hag manage and those on the board do their own jobs. All these interference from above is so silly, says Ryan. Yeah, well, look, we'll have to see what happens, but I'm sure, surely there has to be some sort of agreement with the manager about these rules. Like, surely, they don't make these rules and then, right, Ten Hag, here's the rules. We tell you how to play football. We tell you. We give you options. You give us positions that you want to strengthen. We'll go out, find a few players in that position, and then we'll go and strengthen it. Surely, he'll say, look, well, I wouldn't mind Todibo from Nice, or I wouldn't mind Xerxes from Bologna, or I wouldn't mind whoever. But, what about if the players... but just say if the players that he gives the options to, and he has no choice, his hands are tied, he has to pick one. If that doesn't come and work, then the shit's on Ten Hag. But then Ten Hag could come out and say, well, I got given these players, so I can only do so much. Weren't my main options, but I got given the options. I couldn't ask for 3 more options. So this is what it was. Ron says we needed another striker last season, but look what happened there. Yeah, we decided to spend 60 mil or something like that on Mason Mount. Oh man, that sign, I'll never get my head around it, and I don't think I ever will. No one can convince me on how that sign is meant to work. Ron says we signed Highland and expected him to do it all on his own. Yeah, we should have had we should have been a bit more sharp upstairs when it came to that. But we bought Mason Mount. Martial injured. We played Bruno false nine back end of the season. Come to the end of the end of the season, didn't do too bad. I think we played him there in the FA Cup final. Look, we didn't do too bad, but you prefer Bruno in his usual position, behind the striker, not in front, not the striker, behind the striker. I don't even like Bruno on the wings when we play him there, because there's times when we play him right wing or whatever. And I just don't get it. Against the big teams, if you have to be defensive, well then, there you have it. But no. Karen says, would you take Ivan Toney? Yes, I would. But then, like Ron said there, the attitude sort of things, I've seen Arsenal are sort of turned off him because of his attitude and his actions in the dressing room and things like that. So that's the issue. If there was no attitudes and disruptions, like Ron said, well then maybe I could think about it. But I don't. How much are Brentford gonna want from him? That's my question. Ron says, personally, I wouldn't do this bad attitude and disruptive nature in the dressing room. Too much baggage from Tony, in my view. Yeah, exactly. I get people's views. I do get people's views on Ivan Toney. But like I say, don't hold your breath, because I don't think we'll sign him. I think it'd be a lot of this. He'd be in the list, or he'd be this, or he'd be here. But yeah, like I really don't. I really hope that it's gonna be a top decision. Let me just go back. When I seen that, like Punch, literally just gonna speak about Jonathan David. Seeing something today after we ended the live. Funny enough, that Jonathan David is in the list, and so is Ivan Toney. But we've been linked to a lot more Joshua Zirkzee than we have with David, Toney, Garassi, all them sorts of players. So that's an issue there. But if we do bring in a striker, I hope it's someone who knows how to find the back in there, and someone who is at a decent age, and someone who is not fucking, someone who's, because Rasmus needs a bit of competition. He needs a bit of competition, because there are times where maybe just games where it's not a Rasmus sort of game. Something like if Rasmus off the bench, open-minded. Erasmus starts, open-minded. A Jonathan David, you know what? Again, open-minded. Kieran says, easy would be a main signing for us. He could make a big difference. Well, we discussed him earlier on, actually. I think he won a Young Player of the Year award in the Serie A this season. Has a couple of goals in his back pocket. Oh, he's talking about Eze. Oh, see, it's late. It's late. Ryan, you actually saved me there, pal. But yeah, Eze, yeah, definitely would help. Yeah. Why did I talk about Joshua Zirkzee? I just seen, because we were talking about Eze. Yeah, Eze will be good. Yeah, Eze will be good. Hopefully, we look again. I hope and I beg and pray that the transfer business we can get a roll on now. We can hurry up, click into gear. Transfer window opens on Friday. You know what I mean? Punchman says, Ineos need to make a statement about Ten Hag staying to fortify reputation in the transfer market. We look like a joke, and that's why clubs slap an extra fee on us every time. Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, a player could be worth 20 mil. Manchester United come along. Before you know, the player's worth 40, 50 million. Like, what? Where did that come from? You know what I mean? Where did that come from? You put a bit of muscle on overnight. You know what I mean? Sorry, my bad. No, it's not your spelling. It's late, and your boy's getting tired. It's nothing to do with you, pal. Don't worry. Or I'm just stupid. One or the other. Whatever makes you happy. Ron says, any of someone come out with any sounds because they silence. Because the silence they've shown to Ten Hag is a disgrace. Well, yeah, even though Ineos have kept him, and I think it's a good decision that they've kept him, I don't agree with how they treated him. You know, talking to other managers and then deciding where we have to. It's funny, ever since we moved away from Southgate and Tuchel said no, then we looked at Ten Hag. So if Gareth Southgate was like, I wouldn't mind the job, and Tuchel, would he be still there? So that's me. That is me. That is all. I'm happy he's staying, but then you think, why we all of a sudden keeping him if we were looking at managers. Like I just don't get it there. But look, I'm happy Ten Hag is staying, and I hope Ineos, like, don't find an excuse to sack him there because surely, look, like I said, David Ornstein said new contracts for him and all that sorts of stuff. So whether that's a 2-year contract extension or a 3-year contract extension, we'll find out over the next couple of days. I hope he never gets Southgate. Yeah, I don't want that waistcoat. Clueless manager at my club. Look, I'm not an Ireland fan. Shut up, it's late. Trust me, we won't be live for much longer because I'm late. I'm tired. But I'm not an English person. But honestly, he is one of the reasons why you haven't been successful over the last couple of years. Not because of the players, because of Southgate. And I guarantee if he came to us, we'd be a laughing market. We may be a laughing stock now. Wait and see then. Teams would have a stitch laughing that much at us, honestly. Ron says, glad none of these fraud managers linked haven't got the job. Would have been a disaster. Well, look, we're in a dark tunnel, aren't we, over the last couple of weeks? Not know what's happened with Ten Hag. And then we've seen the light, and it was Ten Hag. It wasn't a lie, it was just his bald head. I thought it was a lie. Ryan says Southgate would have caused riots, embarrassing link. Where he came from is just. Punchpain says, I'm 100% Tony or Walker Rasmus. I would hate to see him as Spurs. Or he is a good striker. I wouldn't like to see him at any Premier League, top Premier League club. Your Arsenal, your Cities, your Liverpools. Or Tottenham a top club? They're thereabouts, aren't they? But look, you never know, Punchpain pal. Depending on how much Brentford are talking, never say never. Karen says, I'm half Irish. I think I prefer them to England. Really? I mean, I'm not. That's a surprise. Because not many English like the Irish, but like me, couldn't really care less. Yeah, I'm just praising Ireland at the Euros this year, but like we lost against Portugal 3-0 earlier. So, yeah. Maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's a good thing we let Albania have a go. How the fuck are Albania in there? How the fuck did they get there and we didn't? I don't know. Like Greece beat us for the Euros, but they're not there. I just what? Punchpen says I would write Southgate on a waistcoat and wear it to every match. Do you know what, Roy? You do that, Punchpaint. Send me the photo onto our Instagram, and we'll have to come up with something fun. Imagine now, Punchpaint going to. I mean, you said you were going to watch the Liverpool preseason game, in America, and if you do that, no, don't write. Oh wait, yeah, a waistcoat, but then try and get one of those Southgate face cutouts. If you can get a Southgate face cutout and send me the photo, tell you what, there'll have to be a prize on the line. What does everyone think? Tony's Liverpool fan. Well, he can get fucked. Oh my god, that's even worse. He's one of those fans. Lol. Tony, yeah. Punchpay says transfer market officially opens on the 14th of this month, not July. Yeah, that's it. So what? 3 days time. 3 days time. Karen says, "How are England favourites to win the Euros?" Yeah, I'll have me Euros predictions out tomorrow morning, but I don't want to say who I think will win. But spoiler alert. Honestly, I'm probably being generous in saying that I have England, further in the round of 16. You're going to get out of your group. If you don't get out of your group with, who's in your group? Obviously, Denmark is in your group. Is it Serbia and Slovenia? Couldn't tell you. Ron says we have the talent, just not the manager, Kieran. Exactly. And then you have the manager who's not picking talent, like Brandway. How was he not there? If my country had Brandway and Marcus Rashford and Jack Grealish. Actually, my country did have Jack Grealish, but Jack Grealish decided to snake us off. Just like Declan Rice, but no hard feelings. Nope, we're not going to get into politics, but just saying. Rice and Grealish rattles. But anyways, if many countries had the options of like Brandway, Rashford, Grealish, even Maguire, you could go as far to say they'd pick them. Like Southgate be the type of the manager, right? He'd have fucking João Neves. Not even João Neves, but I'm trying to. All right, he could bring in João Neves. We'll just put Tony in there, Todibo, and then he'd play Harry Maguire, Johnny Evans. He'd bring back Weghorst, and we'd be playing with Ashley Young. He's just clueless. He just doesn't look like he has a brain. I'm sorry. Be careful what you wish for. Hey, I want that wish to come true. Punch paint. Trust me on that. Karen says, I agree, Ryan. I don't think they win a fancy Portugal. We'll see my predictions tomorrow. I hate that. I know my prediction, but I don't want to say because then what's the point of watching the video? Just shit video then, I've already tell you. Southgate will win his own time for him to go after the Euros, and Karen says Serbia and Denmark. Serbia? They always seem to have an itch. I had to get that out there. If you don't get the joke, I'll just let me know and I'll elaborate. Ron says, hope the media lay off Ten Hag. For me, he got treated badly this past year. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I hope Ineos say, look Baldy. Or sorry. Ryan gets the joke, right? That's one. Good man, Ryan. Good man, pal. Punch Paint says, if you have the One Football app, they have every kit for the 2024 Euros, and Denmark has a video of their players and a rock band wearing the kit, and Rasmus is ripping on guitar. I tell you what, man, Rasmus loves a celebration, doesn't he? Like, after the FA Cup win, I tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if he's still drinking over in Germany, because obviously most countries here in the Euros are obviously going to be over in Germany now, aren't they? I love Rasmus. The way he celebrates, the way you can tell he's a passionate young lad. You forget Rasmus is silly young. He's still young. Like he's still young. It's on Twitter too. Yeah, man, I need to see that. I honestly need to see that. I really, really do. Rasmus has the moves. He does. He really, really does. On and off the pitch. If he actually put a bit of those moves into his game, 20 goals next season. You know what I mean? Who knows? Rasmus has the last minute winner against England as well. Oh, imagine. I hope Rasmus has a good competition this year. I hope all the Manchester United players who are in the Euros this year have a good tournament. Like I do, I really do. I do. I hope they all have a good tournament this year. Look at Ryan's comments. Look, Kerwin said he likes the Irish more. He prefer the Irish over the English. So maybe that's what he's maybe. But that's what Southgate is doing to English fans. That's what Southgate has done to English fans. He's turned them off what's supporting England. Not turned them off supporting them. You get the leg guitar celebration was mint. Yeah. He comes up with some good celebrations, though, doesn't he? Like he does come up with some good celebrations that you just have to laugh at. Was that I think that guitar celebration came in when he scored against Tottenham when the 2-2 draw at Old Trafford. I think that was the game. He invented it. One's Irish. I do like England too. That's fine. Hoyland, I love him. Yeah, you love Al. We all love the Al Rasmus Hoyland, right? He's just a top. He's just a top bloke, isn't he? You know, you just have to love him. You just have to love Al Rasmus Hoyland. You know, you do. You just have to love the man. He's a top guy, isn't he? He's a top guy. Al Rasmus he is. But yeah, again, if anyone hasn't liked the video, please do. I'd really appreciate it, and subscribe as well. It's getting a bit chilly now. Fucking hell. But look, it's nice to see we all came on here today. You know, a bit of a good chat. It's a good chat. It was a good chat. You know what I mean? It was a happy chat. You know, I had a laugh. Spoke about Ten Hag. Spoke about transfers. Spoke about the Euros. Euro watch-alongs actually are happening. They are happening. So, you know, they will be happening. Euro watch-alongs. First one Friday, 8 p.m. Scotland, Germany, the opener. Look forward to that. We basically talk about. I want it to be like this though. We just talk about anything. Like your favorite bag of crisps, or you know, I don't know. What would you do if a zombie invasion happened? You know, where would you hide? You know, what would you do? You know what I mean? What would you do if you looked out and old Mary next door was too busy eating the husband, and it's not the way we think either, you know, yourself. But anyways, we'll move on because I'm getting a bit giddy. Punchpenny says Bruno played well against Ireland today. I felt bad for O'Shea, but it's also crazy at one point he was with Ronaldo. For us, good to see him coaching. Yeah, I love John O'Shea. You know, look, I seem like obviously I'm Irish, so you know, why do I keep saying I know? But like, Bruno did, but then like, not many. Like, it doesn't matter how good or bad you are trying to defend against a Portuguese team because Ronaldo and such quality going forwards and in defence. It's going to be a tough one. But yeah, no, it is mad that John O'Shea and Ronaldo share the pitch together. We're on the same team together. You know, it is mad. It is mad. But it is good. It is good to see him coach. But like, I don't think he'll. Well, I wouldn't mind if he got the job. But I just feel like Ireland, like, you know, Martin O'Neill managed Ireland. You know, the 2016 Euros where we only made it to the round of 16. We lost against France. We were a goal up at half time. You know, I mean, you look back, France made it to the final. I know they lost, but you know, if you lose against the you know, second place or whatever. But yeah, it is mad. Carol says, I love Hoyland. He's got passion and was a United fan before we signed him. That is true. Punchman said, McTominay is going to kick in the door wearing the 4. Get in. Carol says, Portugal has sacked to quality. That's why I see them going far and they have a good group. Yeah, they do. The group should be like Czech Republic, Turkey, and who's the other one? I know Turkey and Czech Republic is in there. Why do we keep saying Slovenia? I don't know. I don't know who else is in Portugal's group. I just know that Czech Republic and Turkey are. Ron says it's going to be a preseason game at home for United. Does anyone know? I'm not sure. Georgia says Ron. Thanks for that, pal. Georgia. So Turkey, Czech Republic, and Georgia. Yeah, that should be it. Portugal should win all 3 games and be going into the round. They should get all. They should have. But by the end of the group stages, they should have 9 points. Simple as. I'm not sure, Ryan. I'm not sure because like last year, it wasn't until like I don't. Well, you never know because it was around this time last year they announced that Man United are playing Athletic Bilbao in the Aviva, which obviously, I think our last pre-season game is a week before the Community Shield game against Man City at Wembley. So, maybe not, maybe not. Because we have Rosenberg. There's a few other games in there as well. I am going to do a few watch-alongs for the pre-season though. I think the Arsenal game. I think it's the Arsenal game I'll be doing a watch-along for Betis because I'm away. I'm away the 29th. I'm going away on the 29th of July. I think we play the 28th. So yeah, there will be watch-alongs. I'd love to do a late watch-along though. I would love to do a late watch-along. Get the energy drink into me because it'll be a long one. Which I love pre-season. I do love the pre-season games. Couldn't watch many last year because, again, I always seem to be on fucking holidays and Man United are playing in pre-season games. Not turning off, not turning away a holiday though in a warm country now, mind you. But look, Reds, I appreciate all being here. We're live 45 minutes. It's 25 to 12 in Ireland. I'm sure England too. Punchman says, good luck to our boys in the Copa America. Oh shit, we have the Copa America as well. So hear me out, lads. Hear me out. To anyone who can't live without football, you have the Euro starting this Friday. Then I think next Friday the Copa America starts. I think is it next Friday? I don't know. It starts sometime next week, and then after them 2 competitions end, we're in 2 pre-season games. Then when the pre-season games are over, we play Man City in the Community Shield, and then after Man City, it's the Premier League. So we're going to have football nearly every day, all the way up until Manchester United start playing again. I'm going to start crying. Look, I do hope they do well. I hope all Manchester United players do well this summer, and I hope that they all remain fit come the end of those competitions. But look, thanks very much. You're all a bunch of legends, people who've been watching, anyone who's new, all that sorts of stuff. And yeah, Copa games are crazy, and they're late ones. I think it's in America. Late games. Cannot wait. I'll tell you what. I love it. Look, if anyone who is new, please like the video and subscribe. I know it's a bit of a late one, but we thought we'd come on. Couldn't wait until tomorrow to talk about this news. The Erik ten Hag is staying. We're all a bunch of legends. Take it easy, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Until then, good night.